to me the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy and it's so good to have you. I hope you're doing well. Today I'm doing a pick a card all about who is intimidated by you and why. Why are they intimidated? So we're going to find out all about it today in this pick a card. So keep in mind this is a general reading. It's a general session. Take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings and sessions. All that information and my social media is down in the description box below. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys being here. So I've done a pre-shuffle. There is a stack of cards that go with each group. I'll be pulling as needed. I will also be getting charms and letters at the end of each group, so we'll find out a little bit more about this person who is intimidated by you or persons. We'll see what comes out. So the psychic linking object is going to be these beautiful cards. Yeah, so I will also insert a little video with some backing music so you guys can take a moment and kind of chill out and see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one, there's probably more than one message here for you. Okay, so the first card is Choice. This is Valkyrie. Who is intimidated by you and why? Group 2 is going to be Compassion, the Minotaur. And the third group, oh, all my cards are going to fall over. Okay. The third group is Injustice, Medusa. All right, so those are your three choices. I will insert that little video and you guys can take a moment and see which one you're drawn to or which ones you're drawn to. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful magical creatures on the other side. Bye guys.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything. And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I feel like this, I'm immortal. When I
one, all of you that were drawn to the Valkyrie card, this is going to be your reading all about who is intimidated by you and why, or who as a group, what people, how many people. Okay, so we have Valkyrie here, very strong. Valkyrie, extremely strong energy here. Right. I feel like you're a fighter. Definitely have fighter energy here. Let's see what else came out. We have child orphan, light attributes, independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving, shadow attributes, feelings of abandonment that may stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Okay. See, we have mugwort, intuition. We have sea beacon fairy, guidance, but where will it lead you? We have witch's script, secrets. Okay, we have fresh ideas, new dreams. Retreat, relax, RIP. Spiderweb, entangled, strong, unseen. Very strong energy. Your energy is extremely strong. We have knighthood, boom. Yeah, very strong presence. I think you don't even know sometimes you intimidate people. We have destroy and online. Whoops. So this feels like someone you know online as well. And this destroy energy, they are afraid of you. Flat out. I'm just going to tell you how I see it. This person is afraid of you. Okay, we have, I think this is justice. I read these like, I read these intuitively. So we have the ace. We have the ace of pentacles. It was in reverse, so I'm going to take it in reverse. We have the king of swords in reverse as well. I'm going to take it in this reading as a reversal. Okay, you guys, so this is an online connection. A lot of you with this intuition here, you know who this is. I think you're a fighter. I think you're a very strong person. I think you've been through a lot of shit. I think you're very street smart. I think you know how to handle yourself under pressure. I think you fight for justice, or what you feel is justice. I think you fight for what's right, what you feel is right, even if other people don't agree with you. You're not afraid to be kicked out and be alone. You are absolutely have, some of you guys have a lone wolf kind of energy about you. In a past life, some of you guys were actually knights or warrior monks or something like that in a past life. Now this person, there is, I feel like this feels like gossip. I'm just going to tell you, I feel like this person is talking about you online, okay? And for some of you, they're trying to destroy your reputation. For others, they are terrified of you. I think maybe you know a secret about them, or you know some kind of information that could really upset them, or upset where they're going or their career or something like that. And they're afraid. They are afraid of you. They're afraid of how powerful you are. They're afraid of your presence here as well. And with this sea beacon fairy, guidance, but where will it lead you? I feel like you are unpredictable. That's part of what makes you intimidating. People don't know exactly what you're going to say or how you're going to act. And with this RIP here, I feel like you are not afraid to cut people off. If people are nasty to you, you'll be like, you know what? I don't need that shit in my life. This is somebody who you could have cut off. Okay. Definitely a past life vibe here with this person who is intimidated by you. For you guys, I feel like it could be one person or a group of people online, a group of people who were in a friend group, or a group with you, or on TikTok, or some kind of social construct online. It could be an online game as well. So just take what resonates here. I'm literally feeling Warcraft with this card here. I'm also feeling Skyrim. So just take what resonates here, okay? But definitely they're talking about you And I feel like they're afraid you're going to find out that they're talking about you. Okay. I feel like for some of you, this is someone who tried to use you, and they didn't realize that they fucked around and found out. Okay, that's what's happened here. And you don't put up with any noise from anyone. You don't take any smack from people. I think because you've taken so much shit in your life. You've been through so much. There's trauma, there's toxicity, there's being used. Some of you guys have had addiction problems, and you know what works for you and what doesn't. And you're not afraid to say, you know what? This relationship isn't good for me. So you got to go, because you know that if you stay in toxic relationships, it will trigger you to go into toxic behaviors. And that is not the person you want to be anymore. Some of you guys used to throw hands a lot. You're not throwing hands anymore. Now it's like you fight in different ways. Okay. Your strength is more than like physical. This is someone who has a very powerful presence, mental space, emotional space. I think your words with this King of Swords in reverse, I'm feeling like your words can be very cutting. You don't play around. You could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. I feel guided to pull a few more cards for you, so I'm going to do that. Tell me more about this situation. Tell me more about this intimidation. You are powerful. You have presence. And I think your gut, your intuition, your psychic abilities, whatever this is I'm picking up on, it gives you dead on hits. When you know, like you can feel somebody out. And part of it's because you've known so many awful people. So you're familiar with awful energy, and you just don't play. And this person, I feel like I'm seeing a little cat, like a kitty cat, batting at yarn. Like they played with you and you were patient, and now you're not. Now you're not anymore. Okay, tell me more about this person who's intimidated by group 1. Tell me more about this person. Turning them against you. Okay, so this is someone who is turning people against you. Okay, they're trying anyway. It's almost like they're trying to cut you off at the past, because they're afraid you're gonna tell people what happened, or something here. Like there's something about like something getting out. This could be a family as well. This could be like your family or friends that you also talk to online. So I'm starting to feel like different energies kind of merge out of this. And I feel like the gossip is malicious. And part of the reason they're intimidated and scared is they know that if you find out they're the one who is saying this stuff about you, that you are going to have them for breakfast. Like, it is not going to be pretty. You will absolutely read them to filth in front of everybody. All of their little secrets are going to fall out of your mouth, and there's nothing they can do about it. Or you're going to type about it, or you're going to tell somebody about it. And I feel like for you, you have the winds of justice behind you. Like, you have this aura about you where, and I think it's because of all the stuff you've been through. Okay, because of all the stuff you've been through and all the work you've done about kind of keeping your nose clean, like staying on center, staying on your game, keeping focused on your wellness, on your health, on your mental health. I feel like because of that, you have got this dead on intuition about people. And I feel like in some ways you feel like you messed up with this person, but you didn't. What's happening is meant to happen. Okay, this is a catalytic event for you to further be aware of the people that enter into your life. Even when you're in a good place, you will have people like this who show up. Okay, so you always have to be aware of that. And even the best people, I feel like at one point this could have been a very healthy connection, and somehow it went wrong. And I feel like it stems from jealousy and gossip. Basically, it feels real fucking petty. And because of that, I feel like you guys don't really want to spend a lot of time on it. And you know what? I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. This is annoying. This is an annoying person who really, I think their first impression of you was right on. They should be intimidated by you. But as they got to know you, it kind of like they loosened up a little bit, and they were like, oh, they're not that intimidating. No, you are. and you are powerful. And this person better watch their ass, because I feel like you will not play around. There will be no mercy shown to this person. And you know what? I think sometimes you are the hands of justice. Sometimes you are called to be justice. Sometimes there are things that need to be said that only people with this Valkyrie energy can say, because you've been through so much. And people will believe you because you've been through so much, because you have healed and recovered on so many levels. Even though many of you don't feel like it, you have. All right, you definitely have. So we're going to pull some letters and charms and find out more about this person who is intimidated by you. Okay, group one, these are your letters and your charms. I'll be reading your letters off for you. Now keep in mind that's a general reading, so just take what resonates. This could be someone's name, their initials, a screen name, a platform, something that connects. Just take what resonates. So we have TGEOAECEEH UPSRQBKOSKBF. I'm getting a few words here. I'm getting bubba, bub as well. There's a lot of E's here, a lot of E's. So I'm getting like Elvis. I'm getting Elliot. I'm getting Emmett. I'm getting an A name. Anna. What is this name? Aquina? I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. But lots of names are coming forward. I'm getting Francis or Frank. Farmington as well. It could be a town. Yeah, so let's get into your initials. Get into your charms here. We have the big spider. We also have the tower. Okay, so I feel like you have had a tower moment with this person, or you're going to. Okay, definitely a tower moment. It feels like a fight. It feels like an argument. And I feel like you're going to give them what for, okay? Because we have the witch's hat here, which is, for me, is about power. We have two bull's heads here. So I feel like you're ready to go. Like you're ready to go with this person. What's sad is I'm hearing for some of you, you were two peas in a pod. And somehow the purple star got jealous of the golden star because you shone so brightly. For many of you guys, this has to do with the attention you get, the attention you draw to yourself by doing what you do, which is just being you. I feel like you're very focused on self-care, on taking care of yourself. I think that you don't look for drama, and you still get attention. And and it doesn't matter what you think about the attention you get. It's what this person thinks, okay? They know you're strong. They know you're powerful. And I think they really know they fucked up. And I feel your energy as like this big spider. Like they don't even know that you have your eye on them, that you're aware, because you have mugwort intuition here. You already know. Many of you guys know exactly who this is, and you know exactly what's about to happen. Okay, trust your instincts on this one. You're absolutely dead on. Okay? All right, group one, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that were drawn to the Minotaur, this is going to be your reading all about who is intimidated by you and why. Well, look at this card, compassion. Look how intimidating that figure is. But what I'm really feeling here is like someone who is intimidated by someone's presence or beauty or handsomeness or attraction, even though this person seems to be pretty intimidating themselves, okay? But let's see what comes out. We'll see. We'll see what comes out. Put that there. And let's get into the cards. We have breath or breathe. And we have, wow, so many cards here. We have cleanup time, which is the mildew fairy. Let's see, we have angel, light attributes, healing those in need with no expectation of return. Shadow attributes: acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Okay. Rebel, light attributes: challenges authority to effect social change, rejects spiritual systems that do not serve inner needs. Shadow attributes: rejects legitimate authority out of anger, rebels out of peer pressure or fashion. Servant, delight, the light attribute is delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. Shadow attribute is using the lack of money as an excuse not to come forward with life. Not to move forward in life. Okay. And let's see, we have sigil, which is symbols. There's so many cards. Let's see. Let's get this one. We have ships. It is not real. Illusion. What you see is not what you get. Okay. We have obsession. Okay. All right. We have haunted doll, childlike drama, unknown. And we have some cards from the Haunted Tarot. This is the Six of Swords, but it was in reverse. You know, I'm going to take it in reverse. We have the Four of Wands. We have the Five of Wands in reverse. We have the Six of Wands. Lots of wands. I feel like they may be fire. You may be fire. We have the Five of Swords. Okay. All right, you guys. Okay. For some of you, this is like an ex, or this is someone you've had a relationship with, or somebody wants to have a relationship with you. I'm picking up on two energies here that on their own are very intimidating, but it feels like that there's two stories here. The masculine being intimidated by the feminine's beauty, presence, awareness, and the feminine being intimidated by the masculine's energy, that kind of thing. So just take what resonates here. I feel like the masculine energy is intimidated by the feminine energy's presence and beauty. They feel like they're angelic. Like there's a powerful presence of being angelic, that like they just obsessed with this beautiful energy that you radiate. It's very intimidating. And I feel like what I'm getting here is a couple things. So I'm trying to get it straight in my head because there's a few stories here that are coming forward. But I feel like some of you, be it whatever energy you resonate with, that you may have a tough exterior. The way you look may be very intimidating. You ooze this energy of power, okay? With all of the wands here, there is a power source within you. It's your light. It's your fire. You may be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. I'm feeling Leo energy here really strongly. I'm also feeling air. I'm feeling Libra, I was going to say Aries, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So a lot of different energies here, but I'm feeling like somebody feels like you guys are ships passing in the night. Like it's a misconnection. And I feel like they are afraid to come forward. They are intimidated by your presence, but they are obsessed with your energy. They are obsessed with your energy. And it's almost like you take their breath away, okay? And they feel your power. They don't quite trust the connection. okay? Because it unnerves them. There's something about your presence that unnerves this person, okay? Now, for some of you, you have had contact, maybe you've dated or whatnot, and it didn't end well. Maybe there were miscommunications, like ships. I'm just feeling ships passing in the night, but they really still obsess about you because they think about the 4 wands, like happiness, connection. I feel like some of them would like to like ask you out or spend time with you, or for some of you guys, they want to hang out and party with you and have a good time, right? They want to get to know you better as well. But I'm still hearing looks can be deceiving. Looks can be deceiving. But there is victory here. That's what they feel. They feel possibility here. But they are terrified of your energy. And I'm picking up on this mildew fairy. And I feel like you guys clear your energy often. And this energy that is around you, they're so obsessed that it doesn't always work. Okay? It doesn't always keep this person away. If you're online, they definitely download your pictures. Okay? This person is seriously obsessed with your energy and they are scared. They think that you would break their heart. Okay? And some of you guys may have a partner. Okay? It's not going to stop the obsession. People just don't stop obsessing. For some of you guys, this is an ex. This is old laundry, the mildew fairy. This is an old love, an old friend even, who is obsessed with your energy. Now, for some of you, it's an old friend who down low, like, is obsessed and feels like they're in love with you. Okay? But you aren't about the drama with this hollow dog, the haunted doll. And you aren't about this drama. So I feel like they know that it would not go well. They know, but they can't stop. It's like they have a compulsion to obsess about you. For some of you guys, this has been going on for a while. Okay. And honestly, even though they think it could work, they think there could be victory here, they are terrified to come forward. Okay, some of them literally want to be your servant. Okay, so there may be some alternative lifestyle stuff going on as well. Just take what resonates. But and part of your intimidation is your rebellious nature. I think you're not afraid, and I felt this with group 1 a little bit too, but with you guys, this is way more intense. Like, you purposely will draw outside the lines. Like, you are going to be you irregardless. And when you know something's wrong, you believe it's wrong, you act upon it. You're someone who acts upon the rebellious spirit. And it's almost like you wear it as armor. Like, people can see it. They can feel it. You have a powerful presence. And I think the way you look is intriguing. It can be seen as seductive, even though you guys don't mean it that way. Definitely feel this air of like seduction, attraction. There's sexuality here. And it doesn't matter how you see yourself. This is how someone else sees you. It's intimidating. This fiery nature that you have is extremely intimidating. And I don't think this person's going to come forward, but they're going to continue to obsess about you. For some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, and you know if you know, they have downloaded every single picture you've ever uploaded online. If you work with this person, they know about your online stuff, okay? But they haven't told anybody. And I feel like, honestly, it feels like this is someone who has not told anybody about how obsessed they are with you. It's a secret because it's almost like this person has some delusions of grandeur when it comes to you. I don't know. It just feels a little unbalanced here. Like, they're afraid of you. They are intimidated by you. They want to come forward, but they're not. They're absolutely not. Let's get some more information here about this person. Tell me more about this person. Okay. I'm hearing there's not going to be a hookup with this person. It's not going to happen, but they are terrified of you. They're scared of you. Now, here's the thing with the drama. Now, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you, I feel like they may start some drama because they know they can't have you. And if they can't have you, then nobody can. And that is like for the 2% of you who have a very obsessed person who is borderline stalker. Okay. And this is where, the person feels they love you, but they don't treat you like somebody they love. I feel like this person may not know what love is, and they objectify you and they think that's love. Okay. So just take what resonates here. We have fake. All right. Online, this person has not revealed who they really are. If you have talked to this person, and you may have online, but it wasn't a deep conversation. I feel like, but most of you haven't talked to this person, but they're following you under a fake name. Okay. And they're pretending to be someone they're not. All right. If they've talked to you, you have no idea who they are. Okay. Tell me more about this person. I feel like for some of you, if you're the 2% where this is obsession, borderline on stalking, protect yourself. Protect your online self. Clear your online space. Also at home. Like, be more aware of your surroundings. Okay? Because there's a few of you where this person is not all together. Okay? And for those people who that resonates with, this person has had a serious loss. And instead of grieving their loss, they're obsessed about you. It's misplaced energy. We have love. Yeah. For a lot of you, they feel like they're in love with you, but they could never have you. Okay. I don't feel like they're moving towards you. I feel like it's almost like a peeping Tom. Okay. They like to watch you. They like your life. But, and even though they have this fantasy, it's almost like a fantasy of you guys being together, they know it can never happen. And I feel like this is also your energy, like victory and happiness, like joyful. I feel like you are a happy person. But you're also very intimidating because you're seductive, you're beautiful, you're handsome, you're attractive. You also ooze power. And you have a presence. And the thing is that the truth of you, now this is you and me here, okay? The truth of you is underneath this powerful exterior is this angelic energy. It's just this beautiful energy of, and sometimes you doubt yourself. Sometimes, your inner world and your outer world don't always match, It's like you put on armor to go out into the world, but deep down, you're like a teddy bear. You're very compassionate. I'm feeling earth here energy. I'm feeling water there as well. Earth is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Water is Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Feeling a lot of Cancer right now, actually. I feel like Cancer's the crab, has a hard outer shell, can be like intimidating in appearance, but deep down they can be very, loving, nurturing, kind, compassionate, and healing. The problem is this person is stuck on the way you look. They haven't gotten to the heart of you. And it's almost like they are obsessively, madly in love with the mask you wear, the way you look, not with the truth of you. Okay? All right, let's get some initials. Okay, group 2, these are your letters and your charms. I'm going to read your letters off for you. Now, this is a general reading, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. These could be your initials, a word, a name, a screen name, a place you work, something you have in common. So, okay, we have SZMOEIMTOUEKDEMLNHRG. All right. Okay, so you have quite a few charms here. Let's see here. We have the rose quartz, which is love. It can be different kinds of love, compassion, that kind of thing. So, and I feel that's your energy. I think you're very compassionate, despite what others may think of you. I think you're very tenderhearted. I think that maybe that's why, you are so intimidating because you guard yourself. I'm feeling Scorpio energy and Cancer energy pretty heavy here. And I do think that you know how to transform, you know how to transmute things. I think you know how to move through density. You're very spiritually gifted. Again, I'm pulling on angelic energy here. And we have the pumpkin, which is harvest for me. We have the rose cross here. And I feel like you are very faithful. I think you're a very faithful person. I think you're a very good person. I think you've been through a lot. I think that you have had to go through some tough times to get where you are. And it has, in many ways, you know, I don't want to say hardened you, but it has made you form that shell around you, that armor around you, where you keep people at bay. And this is an example with this obsessive energy of why you do it. You're very wise in your in how you behave that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very wise to not just open your life up to anyone. Okay. I don't think that most of you really have anything to fear from this person. I think you're very strong and whatever comes your way. But I do again want to I think this is an amethyst. I think you need to follow your intuition with this person. It's a very small little amethyst there. To follow your intuition, I feel like you need to, you know, be protective of your home. Continue to be protective of the people you bring in your life. Now, what I'm going to suggest to you is what the guides are saying. I feel like you need to work on your discernment, okay? Because it will allow you to bring more people into your life who are not like this, okay? And instead of just cutting yourself off from people, figure out who feels good to you, who feels all right, and don't keep them, you know, a mile away from you. Allow them to move closer to you, because I feel like some of you are like an island. You don't have a lot of close people around you. That's part of what makes you intimidating. You're very guarded about who you let close to you, and I understand this. You know, I feel like you emotionally just you've been through so much that you're just like, you know, I can't take another heartbreak. I don't think I would do very well if I had someone else rip out my heart. That vulnerability is part of a superpower. Okay, your ability to be vulnerable is intimidating, because I feel like you are guarded, but man, when you are open with someone, it's very powerful because you let them in all the way. You become vulnerable. And there is something about the strength you project and your vulnerable nature when you let someone in that makes you intimidating and powerful. There is strength in vulnerability in letting someone truly see you. You're just very guarded about who you let into your life. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do feel like some of you need to open the door a little wider, and that's going to require you to work on your discernment more. Instead of just keeping people at arm's length, you're going to have to let people come a little closer, have some conversations, feel out their energy, and follow your intuition, follow your heart about if a person is in the right vibe for you. Be logical and emotional about it. This is really about you getting into balance. Air sign energy, Libra energy here, about who you let into your life and who you don't. You cannot be an island forever. But in order to continue to protect yourself, and we should all have healthy boundaries, but there are times we need to know when those boundaries need to be lowered to let the right people in. Okay? All right, group one. You're not group one. All right, group two. That's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please leave me a comment in the comment section down below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have a most beautiful day, and I'll see you beautiful magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group three. If you selected Medusa, this is going to be your reading all about who is intimidated by you and why. So let's get into the cards here. First of all, we have Medusa, which she's very intimidating. Her presence. Look at this. Look at that crown chakra, just open. Lots of wisdom and strength here with this card. Okay, let's get into the other cards that came out for you guys. All right, we have Hermit, light attributes. Seek solitude to focus intensely on inner life, serves personal creativity. Shadow attributes withdraws from society out of fear or negative judgments of others, refusing to help those in need. Okay. There's our hermit energy we have. We have ritual magic initiation. Okay. Let's see. We have witch hazel sensitivity. So many cards here. Okay. We have sewer mermaid. Your sensuality is beautiful. Ooh, you're hot. You're hot. That's what I'm getting here. You are very hot. You're very attractive. Talking heads gossip, two-faced people. You have people gossiping about you because they're intimidated by you. We have emotionally haunted. All right. Someone is haunted by you. Okay. This could be friend, an ex, your partner. We have mirrored souls, twin flames. Okay. We have Greco-Roman. All right. So I feel like you've had a past life with this person. Okay, we have several cards here. We have spell casting. Okay, we have blue-eyed stranger. They may have blue eyes. You may not know this person very well. User. Okay, I'm picking up on a few different energies. Hater. Okay. Spreading lies. Wow. Sagittarius. You may be a Sagittarius or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or they may be. Okay, so a couple of things are unfolding here. We have someone who is mesmerized, intimidated by your beauty. They think that you guys are twin flames, even if you're not really. Okay, that's what they think. I feel like you're extremely sensitive. You're also very sensual. I'm feeling a lot of water here, a lot of water. Very sensual. I feel like you make people feel comfortable around you, even though they're intimidated by you. I think they're intimidated by your emotional strength. And there's something about your body. I think if you're a feminine energy, I think your body's very curvy, very sensual. I'm hearing the word luscious, lavish. Someone feels very like there's a lot of eroticism here with you. Okay. Yeah, and I feel like with the Hermit card, I feel like that's your energy. Like, you're very deep, you're very self-reflective. I think you lean very hard into your intuition, and I think you have dead on vision. I'm also going to say, I feel like for some of you guys, there's someone here who has a witch fetish. You give off witchy energy and they're intimidated by your power, by your appearance. They're literally haunted by you. Then we have the hater, the gossiper, okay, that energy. They gossip about you, they hate on you because they are intimidated by you because they could never be you. They could never do the things that you have done. I feel like some of you guys are very bold in how you move through the world. I think you've become almost unapologetic for the way you are, and you shouldn't apologize for who you are. I feel like you're just being more bold in life, and it brings people, even people you may have known for a long time, it brings them to a place of like where they're jealous. Even good relationships can go bad when one person seems to be kind of leveling up and the other person is kind of staying where they are. I do feel like this person, for some of you, this is a person who is talking about you. Okay, for some of you, there is someone talking about you who is intimidated by, okay, this will not resonate for all of you, but for some of you guys, you're in a relationship with someone who is intimidated by your body, by your beauty, by your handsomeness, by your attraction. And even though you guys are in a relationship, there are elements about you that are intimidating and they're not sure how to handle it. Okay, that won't resonate for everybody. Let's get into these tarot cards. We have the 10 of Cups here. Beautiful energy there. We have, who is this? Let's see. This feels like the Emperor. Is this the Emperor? It's a masculine energy here. It came out in reverse. I feel like losing control, like losing control. And then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. I feel like for some of you, like if this is a relationship where you're a bit intimidating to your person, and it happens. It can be just because you're so strong. You've been through so much. You mean what you say. You do what you say. For others, this is like someone who's into like witchy energy and you have it and you're very intimidating because you're powerful. No matter how this story unfolds for you, I feel like you have people emotionally haunted by your presence. I mean, you affect people on a deep level and they cannot shake your energy. And a lot of them are perplexed by it. They don't understand it. It's like you have that something, that thing, okay? And for many of you, this goes back to Greco-Roman. And we have Medusa here, which comes from that timeline. And I feel like for some of you, this person knew you in a past life. You were very, very powerful in a past life. And for some of you, if you're like, I'm not powerful, I'm not attractive, it doesn't matter how you view yourself. This is how someone else views you, okay? And we don't always view ourselves in truth. Okay, we have our baggage, we have our stuff. Other people don't have that, and many times they see the truth in us. And I feel like for some of you, some of this intimidation is coming from a past life because you were a powerful person. You were like, I'm seeing like some of you were a Caesar or were very high up in that kind of echelon, very rich merchant family, aristocrat family. But some of you were a high priestess or in the priesthood or a philosopher or something like that. But definitely there's knowledge here. There is position. There is strength of mind and strength of emotion. This is someone who I feel like in this lifetime you've gotten more comfortable with your vessel. It's part of your journey. And I feel like you inspire others to get more comfortable in their life and with their vessel. And because of your aura of sensuality, your aura of power, Scorpio here, people can't help but talk about you. But you are intimidating. And you might feel like, you know what, I'm a hermit. Like nobody reaches out to me. They don't reach out to you because you're intimidating, honey. You are. It's just what you are. It's just your energy, okay? And if you're wanting people, like real people, to reach out to you, you're going to have to bridge the gap. So I feel like I do think you do make people feel comfortable. But I do think that you are still a little reserved, and it may do you well to kind of open up your boundaries. I felt that in group 2 as well. So you may need to reassess your boundaries. Now, if this is your person who is a little intimidated by like your body or your sexuality or your power as far as like in magic or your power in business or just your power of presence in general, you're very powerful. They want happiness with you. They want fulfillment. But there's fear here that you're going to break their heart because they feel like they may love you more than you love them, or it's not two-way. Because I feel like Medusa's a little reserved in how they express their emotions because you are so deep. Now, some people will think it's the opposite. You're shallow. So you don't have deep emotions, so you don't express them. That's not true. I feel like you don't express them because they are so deep that it's hard to talk about. And when you connect with somebody, it's very deep. And if this is your person who's feeling a little intimidated or a lot intimidated, I feel like having some conversations about your emotions and how you really feel for them will help ease this up a little bit. Okay, now let's move on to the gossiping hater. Okay, the bitch ass hater. Let's talk about it. All right. This person is intimidated. And some people would be like, people who are intimidated, they don't do this. Oh, yes, they do. Oh, yes, they do. Because they know they can never be you. They can never accomplish the things you've accomplished. They can never dress the way you dress. They can't be you, honey. And the truth is, instead of worrying about what you're doing, they need to work on themselves, right? They need to reflect. And the truth is, they're not brave enough to reflect because then they'd have to see all the ugly in the mirror, just like you have done. And I'm not talking about like a physical ugliness. I'm talking about, because you're beautiful. They're beautiful. You know, we're all uniquely beautiful and attractive in our own ways. I'm talking about the ugly within, like their own toxic behavior, their own lies and manipulations of people. Because I feel like this person is a liar and a manipulator. Okay. But they're very intimidated by you. And it has to do with your body, your attraction, like how attractive you are, how you speak, your warmth. Even though I feel you're guarded, you have an energy about you that is warm to a degree. It's like people may feel like they know you. This is the kind of person I feel like you are. People may feel like they know you, but they don't know the depth of you. Okay. They know you to a certain level. Like you have levels within you where you let people have access. Okay. Now, your twin, if this is a relationship, a counterpart, whatever, I feel like they're feeling the boundaries there. And the boundaries are very intimidating. And I just keep going back to the body, especially with this card, with Ritual Magic. I'm just feeling like a powerful physical presence here. And it may be that you just got really comfortable with your body. For some of you guys, this involves like your sexuality. Like your sexuality is a little bit more complex than maybe your partner's, and they're intimidated by it. Or they're trying to figure it out because it's intimidating. It's a little bit more complex. That won't resonate for everyone, so just take what resonates here. Okay, I'm going to get into letters and charms for you guys. 3, these are your letters and your charms. I will read off your letters to you. Now, it's a general reading, so just take what resonates here and leaves the rest behind. This could be your initials, their initials, a name, a word, a screen name, something meaningful. So just take what resonates. We have ZARB, FLAY, MJKC, RWTF, MGJE, DHZ. All right, you have a lot of charms here. So there's a lot going on. I feel like you may be feeling a little overwhelmed, okay? A little overwhelmed. And, you know, I'm feeling like, what is this I'm feeling? For some of you guys, we have the vampire teeth here. There is some vampiric energy going on, so just be aware of that. Clear your energy. Go through your friends list. Okay, see who needs to stay and who needs to go. I feel Leo, you may be a Leo. That might be part of what's going on here. People do get obsessive about Leo energy. We have the little pumpkin coach here. Whenever I get this, I know there's motion going forward in your life. Whatever you're working on is going to catch fire. It's going to take off. Okay, but just be patient. All right. I'm feeling like, with this vampiric energy, I understand why you keep people at bay, okay? Because you do get a lot of people who are users, haters, gossipers, and things like that. But I'm feeling like spirit is taking you to a place with your healing that you're going to be able to let more people in, and you're going to be really surprised. Now, I'm not going to tell you that people won't hurt you, okay? People are people. People are people, and they hurt other people. Okay, hurt people, and we're all hurt on some level. I'm feeling called to pull a few cards from the Metaphysical Cannabis deck. Tell me more about Group 3. I feel like that your guides, your ancestors have a message here for you they want me to give you in this reading. This is probably going to be a side message, but we're going to see what comes out. I think you're the only group I did this for. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Okay. We have Metaverse, Witch. Okay, there's the witch energy. Okay, if you're a witch, be aware there are some people who fetishize witches. It doesn't matter what gender, it doesn't matter. Okay, there's something about witch energy that's very mesmerizing and fascinating. Okay, so be aware of that. You may also have some aspects in your natal chart that kind of make certain people become obsessive about you. Also, when you're gifted, a lot of times in your chart, you'll literally find your gifts, your psychic abilities, your occult abilities, your witchcraft abilities, your magical abilities in your natal chart. But as a balance with that wonderful gift you have, there's also the potential to become kind of an object of obsession. So just be aware of that, okay? We have loyalty, okay? I think you're a very loyal person and you expect loyalty in return, okay? And you haven't always gotten that. And that's part of the reason why you go into this hermit energy and you're tough to know. And it makes you appear very, very intimidating. You are a lone wolf, okay? But I feel like you are attracting people who are going to be loyal to you. They're going to be the kind of people that you want to let into your life. But it's important that you practice discernment. I felt this with group 2 as well. I feel like many people are going to be called to let more people into their life. There's going to be more energy pulling towards them, and it may be something you're not used to, especially with this hermit energy. And you are so seductive. You are so sensual. You're so attractive. People, I'm seeing the word wanton, lustful, like that kind of energy. And you know, as someone who's a hermit, that kind of energy can be very overwhelming. Okay, so it's very important that you stay in your center, like you work in the modalities of healing and energetic work that work for you. Okay, and I feel like for some of you, like walking outside, being physically active, like getting into your craft, making things, being creative will help release some of the anxiety you might start to feel as people approach you. For some of you guys, when you get a message online, you feel the energy immediately. Like that's how sensitive you are when it comes to your psychic abilities. And I think part of the growth of us within the spiritual realm is learning how to control those things, how to focus those things, how to cope when we're overwhelmed with incoming energy. And I feel like that's where the universe is taking you, to that place. And we have legacy. Legacy. You're building a legacy. So you're going to have this kind of energy come around you. I feel like you may have several people who are intimidated by you. It's not just one or two, okay? I think you're an intimidating person. You have a lot of healing energy and you're very powerful. And I feel like the way you look, and it's not even just the way you look, it's the way you act, it's the way you appear. I feel like people are just drawn in and they want more of it. Like you may have friends who just want more of your energy. You may meet people who just become mesmerized and almost hypnotized by your energy. So just be aware of that. And part of this magnetism that you're radiating, some of you guys have spell casted and created it, all right? And the side effect of that is you get people who are intimidating, who hate on you, who are intimidating, and they are intimidated by you is what I mean. And they turn that fear into hate. And there are people who will try to use you or want to use you. I'm seeing like F people who like want a piece of that, right? So protect yourself, be very protective of your energy, but don't be afraid. There's a difference between being cautious and protective and actually being afraid of people. And I feel like that's a shift. You will no longer fear interaction. You'll just be more protective about who you interact with. All right. Okay, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did or it didn't, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you have the most beautiful day, and I'll see you, beautiful magical creatures, next time. Bye, guys.